Hey, it's new comic book day. Well, yesterday was. Now it's Thursday when I post this, but yeah, today was new comic book day, and so woohoo! So here are the stack. Look at that. You can see that it's quite heavy, mainly because of this big book. I mean, it really is called the big book. I'll get to that here in a second. But here are the pools for this week. It's aside from the big book, and then this one right here that was a $7 book. Uh, it wasn't. It shouldn't have been that bad. It ended up being an expensive day. Out of all of these, there that that right there, that stack. That's the Amazing Spider-Man. So I will get to that here soon. First, I wanted to hit up on the. I'll start with the DC books. Um, there is the. Let's do. Trying to get this right. There is the Sirens. Love Hurts. This is book 4. Uh, I'm waiting for all of these to come out before I read them. This cover, that's the variant cover right there. That's the connecting cover. Uh, can't wait to have them all together. Have all the sirens. I would like to. Typically, there's so many connecting covers that I can't. I want to, but I can't put them all together, frame them, do all that. There's just I don't have the wall space. If I had a mansion, I would. There is that variant cover. This one is by Derek Chu. It's a little reminiscent of the her classic with some new. The next book, this one I'm really looking forward to. The Absolute line has been a lot of fun. Um, I don't want to give away a spoiler for the Absolute Green Arrow because I don't know yet because I haven't read it. Which who it is? We all know who it is in the regular timeline, but there was a the Absolute Evil, I believe it was, or Absolute Power came out, and something happened into that in that issue with Green Arrow, Oliver, Oliver Queen, that uh, might make this Absolute Green Arrow somebody different. This also could take place before that, but if it takes place after that issue, then I'm very curious. It would also explain the red eyes. You see that better on this cover, the red eyes. That's all my DC books. Next up, starting with Marvel's Sorcerer Supreme. This is a very cool cover. It looks like a playing card. You got what looks like Nightmare down there, who he's been a thorn in the side of all sorcerers and a lot of Marvel people. Um, Fantastic Four. This is not the Humberto Ramos cover. I'm also meant to grab that one, but I forgot to. There was a foil cover as well. There's a couple of variants to it. As it seems to be with almost every book these days, there's a variant cover. Uh, Alias, I got two of these covered. David Mack, this is his. He's famous for his watercolor uh, paintings or art covers. I met him a few years ago. I wasn't able to get a watercolor when I got it sketch, but I do love his full work. especially with Alias, where he started with Daredevil, I believe. But I got the reason I got these two covers is because it is a polybagged issue, and I will open one to read it and then leave the other one polybagged. That's the variant cover. Um, as much as I like this David Mack painting cover, I think out of this issues, I think I like the variant cover of this one just because it showcases Jessica's using her power, which in if you know the character, she doesn't like using her powers. Here is the expensive book, the $6.99, $7 one, the facsimile to the Silver Surfer #3. I'm really liking that they're going issue by issue. I don't know how long that'll last, but they're, as you could tell, it's not a thin book, which is why it's $7. But for me, it's worth it. I will most likely, unless I win the lottery, not be buying a original printing of Silver Surfer #3. Venom number 258. This one showcasing Mary Jane and Peter. I'm sure this is a reminiscence, thinking back issue. Considering the outcome of the Torment story and what happened with Mary Jane and everything that's been going on in her life right now. I'm sure that's probably what that one is about. That'll probably be a little later on reading. Punisher, the Civil War homage variant. This is one that gave the black bottom to it. I like it. I like it because it fits Punisher. Fighting Tigra. Tigra. Next up, Reborn Ultimate Impact #1. This one is focusing on Miles, who came back from the Ultimate Universe again, and came back with the Origin box that does something like creating heroes or universes. It's an Origin box. Like it's in the name, Origin creates new origins. And it's supposed to be like the upcoming reason for a lot of problems. So that's what this is, the variant cover to it with the new Wonder Man. A new version looking Wonder Man. So what that origin box is going to do, I don't know yet, but that issue is going to have everybody going after Miles to get that origin box. And now the Spider-Man covers. Quite a few, but they're doubles as usual. So we'll start with the Mark Bagley one. This week's or this issues of this one, I'm having a real hard time picking out my favorite because this Mark Bagley one, this whole spore mushroom thing going on this cover and him coming out, that deals with his friend, Peter's friend that he had during when he was a kid, childhood, having issues with an experiment they were doing that Ben Riley messed up, and now he's getting like mushrooms growing on him. Horrible. That's nightmare fuel. This one is just gorgeous. I love the Daredevil and Spider-Man team ups always, or fights, even when they're fighting each other. These two characters, regardless of what you say about Spider-Man, he had speed and a strength. Yes, he's definitely a higher tier than Daredevil in that matter. However, with Daredevil's senses and being able to use his radar to see the movement before the movement happens, and then to feel everything as it's happening, that's why he's able to duck and weave and dodge and do all that against people that you would think he shouldn't be able to, including Spider-Man. So having these two together, especially in a fight, it's always fun because you got Spider-Man, that the spider sense could help him out, but being that Daredevil knows about the spider sense, and he's a smart dude as well, but he's a different kind of smart than Peter. Like Peter is that scientific smart. He works out the science part type thing. It's hard to where Matt is a lawyer. So, he's trying to solve a problem. He's trying to see it in a different way that would work in his favor. Not necessarily how it works, but just how he can make it work for him. Which means he could use the knowledge that Spider-Man's spider sense will trigger during danger. So if he's able to come at him where he's not trying to make himself as a danger, then he could circumvent that spider sense and then become a danger. So it's a whole thing. I love it. What if cover? This one is saying that down at the bottom, it's like, what if Spider-Man's greatest foes was his greatest allies? Kind of like it. That kind of gives the vibe of the whole absolute Batman storyline, because that's kind of how it started with Bruce Wayne and all his typical villains are his friends. Civil War homage. Once again, they changed the color on the previews, all that. You see it's red. It even confused the comic shop worker, employee, where she was like, wait a minute, is this the right cover? Because it's supposed to be red. That's what it shows. But clearly it's white. Again, it throws you off. The Magic, the Gathering cover variant, I like this one. This is the homage to that famous scene in Spider-Man movie. Everybody loves that scene. It's been done by so many. It's funny how that's become a thing from the movie into the comics and everything else. And the last cover is the Lee Bergermo cover. Once again, this man knocks it out of the park. It's so amazing, but you got this would be the New Avengers team up lineup kind of. So I just love it. I mean, though Iron Man really wasn't in the New Avengers. I don't believe Captain America was either, but when Spider-Man was, it definitely was Wolverine, Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, Luke Cage. Just, if you haven't read the New Avengers line, which took place after the whole Civil War and all that, and they were hiding, Doctor Strange was keeping them secret. You should. But going, just to add to it, look at this splash page of Spider-Man and Daredevil. It's a beauty. Beauty, eh? If you know Bob and Doug McKenzie, love them. And then last, the big, as it says, big book of the Overstreet price guide, the comic book price guide. That's all it is. It's a price guide. It's the updated one. It's the current one. The reason I got the big one, I don't. I get the normal one, which they're usually about the same thickness, but the print is so much smaller, and then you end up getting about that much that are ads. Where this one, it's just because of the heft and the size, it's easier to read. It's easier to find things, see things, and I could just lay it out on the table and just go through. I don't know if I missed the ads or not. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but I definitely do enjoy that I got that one for the first time. So that's it. Out of a quick pick out of all the covers, everything that I'm it's going to be a Spider-Man cover, and most likely odds are it's going to be the Mark Bagley cover that ends up being my favorite cover for this week. It might be the favorite story. And then also, if you don't know, just lastly, tagged this on the Marvel announced, gave a little preview of Amazing Spider-Man number 1000 that comes out in September. They didn't give much. They did tease, if it's a spoiler, if you tease that there is a new supervillain called Ravage, which is he new? Is it because I guess I don't know. There is a when they did the 2099 line, there was the one called Ravage 2099. So he wasn't a supervillain though. Not that I don't remember. It's been a good many years, and that one wasn't one that it was like I read it once and it was done. It's I haven't thought about it until literally this moment or a few moments ago before starting this when I saw the announcement saying Ravage. I'm like, wasn't there a Ravage already? And then look, oh yeah, Ravage 2099. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that dude. So, you know, more to come on that, and I'm looking forward to see what they say and what kind of big changes and big issue and how they're going to classify the biggest issue ever. The biggest issue could be size wise, or it could just be supposedly the storyline. So we'll find that out later. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, I'm Hillbilly Lee, and I will be looking forward to next week's New Comic Book Day.